Hello, Porter County. Welcome to yet another edition of the PoCo Wellness Hour right here on WVLP 103.1 FM, your voice for local community radio and your show for health, community connection, and overall well-being. I'm Demetrius Lewis, your host for this program. Here on the PoCo Wellness Hour, we like to take this opportunity to shine a spotlight on the incredible health initiatives that are shaping our community and the powerful partnerships that make it all possible. From local organizations working to improve public health to the innovative programs led by the Porter County Health Department, this show is your guide to stay informed, inspired, and engaged on your wellness journey. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's conversation about building a healthier Porter County together. Now today in studio, we have a couple of awesome guests with me today. We are going to introduce Willow Cataldo and Jack Lipsky with the Porter County Public Library System. Thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. How's your day been today?
Going pretty good.
Going pretty good?
Yes, very relaxed.
Yeah,
very
we're
nice.
Getting right into the fall now, aren't we?
We are.
Well, before we jump into all the great things that the Porter County Library System has to offer, let's talk a little bit about your personal background and what motivated you to kind of come to the Porter County Library. Could you tell us a little bit about your professional path and how you came to work at the library? Let's start with you, Willow.
Sure. So I have worked in libraries for most of my life.
Yeah?
Yeah. From even way back when I was 14 years old. That's how I started as a part-time shelver. And then worked on public desks. Really enjoyed that. Actually went to school for library science, which a lot of people don't know is an actual thing.
Yeah.
A master's degree in information and library science. And the job got me here. They posted years back for a children's librarian position, and that's what attracted me to Porter County. And I've been here and loved it.
What was it when you were younger that kind of pulled you to this line of work? You started off as, like you say, restocking those bookshelves or whatnot. What was it? Was there anything about that job that kind of pulled you in, or have you always been attracted to the library scene?
I've loved libraries ever since I was little. It was always a space where me and my sisters could go. And everything there was always free, and it provided kind of a really peaceful space for us to go and meet other kids and have a good time.
In a nice, safe environment.
Yep, and then it continued to just deliver for me through my high school. I had a part-time job there as well. It's a great place to study. So as I moved through college, I was able to discover, all the joys of the reference department to help me with my research papers. And rather than buying all the textbooks, they were even able to get some of the books through interlibrary loan. So it's just delivered for me my whole life, and I just wanted to give back. So
that's amazing.
I've stayed in public libraries helping to give back.
And if you don't mind, what is your title with the library?
So now I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator.
Okay.
So we specialize in marketing and events and helping develop those great partnerships that we're focusing on today's hour.
Got you.
Yeah.
What about you, Jack?
Well, I've been a lot of things. I started, I guess, my journey to being a librarian when I was younger. I also had, my mom always took me to the library. It was kind of just our special place to go. I grew up in Lake County, so the Lake County Library there was my home library for a very long time. I also went to school for library science, although I had a lot of stops in between. I've been an archaeologist. I've been a mechanic. I've done a lot of things.
Handy with your hands, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So it was an interesting journey to get to here. I always wanted to be a librarian, but like I said, I had a lot of stops on the way. I got my library degree in 2011, and then I didn't get a job in the library field until 2018, which was fantastic. I got to start here at the library in Porter County. I kind of just was I wanted to be a youth services librarian, actually. Mm-hmm. And all of the job applications I did was to be a youth services librarian, and then couldn't find a job there. But I took a chance at a job posting here in Porter County, Willow was actually part of my hiring.
I remember that,
Because I had been a manager at an advanced auto parts. Or auto parts store. And then they took a chance on me, and now here I am, several years later.
Looks like it's paid off, right?
Yeah, I'm the branch manager of the South County branches, so I'm branch manager of Couts and Hebron.
Awesome. That is awesome.
And if I can interject,
Please.
Jack also specializes in community partnerships.
Yes.
They've always just had a real gift for seeing them kind of before anybody else even sees them, seeing the opportunity or the possibility of it, and then creating those ties within the community to foster those. So
you both really had an interest in the line of work that you're in ever since you were younger.
Yes.
So what kind of books were you interested in when you were younger? I imagine you probably like some, fossil books. If you were doing archaeology, you probably like dinosaurs. Not to make assumptions, but what kind of books did you guys like when you were younger that kind of drew you into the library?
Oh, all sorts, like kids' books. I mean, just growing up, like Babysitter's Club. I liked those when I was growing up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, and I do remember having a couple of books that had to do with like archaeology, like Egyptian archaeology and stuff. That was pretty cool. Dinosaurs are actually paleontology and archaeology.
See, that's why I'm a communications manager.
Okay.
That's why I'm just here to talk. That's why. Thank you, I appreciate that. So sorry.
No.
What about you, Willow?
I like all of the books. I've always liked all of the books. So starting with, just anything that I could get my hands on that was fiction for kids. So any kind of storybooks, picture books, comic books. I was crazy for the reading of all types. Yeah.
Okay. That's really good stuff. So, was there any particular moment? Was there a particular book? Maybe there was a mentor in your life that kind of had an experience or an influence on you to kind of choose this line of work, working in the library?
I think just the people that I met along the way for the different positions that I held, both the way that the library was able to help me and then be able to turn that around and make that assumption that if the library was able to help me along my path and get me out of the circumstances of, where I grew up and into better situation, then I assumed it could do the same for other folks. And I find that really, really powerful, the power of self-improvement and self-education. And the libraries are in a really good position to do that for folks.
Absolutely. What about you?
For me, it was like my librarian back in my elementary school. Like she was like the reason why I loved, like I started wanting to be a librarian. I didn't think it could be a job, but like she really did impact me. And like I actually did connect back with her like more recently. Although recently. More recently, I did find out that she did pass. But like it was, her family reached out and was like, "Hey, we remember you. You connected with her," and they ended up sending they ended up sending like her obituary thing to me and like telling me how much it really impacted her that I became a librarian and she found out about that. So it was really neat to kind of connect back.
It's a really nice influence. That's a good story. Thank you so much for sharing that. What keeps you passionate and motivated now, especially through the day-to-day challenges? Like you said, you had a little bit of a journey before you got to the library. So now that you're in there, what kind of keeps you motivated?
People. Like my big thing is I believe in the library helping people. Like that is our job. Like we are here for our community. We are here for just being a resource. And like I'm very passionate about that. Like making sure that the library is there for people, making sure that they know that we're there, all of the resources that we have. That's part of why I've been connected so much into the South County, like especially with Hebron. I'm on the Hebron Parks Board, and I'm on the Hebron Chamber of Commerce. So, like, I wanted to tell people, like, the story of the library, the good news of the library, basically.
Yeah.
So.
That is awesome. What about you, Willow?
Repeat the question.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It'll help me refocus.
What keeps you passionate and motivated, especially through the day-to-day challenges? What keeps you going through this job?
The same. It is the people. It is ultimately the people with the capital P, I like to say, that we're there for the people. It's just a big part of a healthy community to have a space, a community space where people can go to improve their lives. And that looks different for every person, what resource is going to improve their lives. For some folks, it's just that air-conditioned space and that eye contact and that conversation, that makes their lives better. So we have people that come in just for the human connection. And then we have really advanced information services that we provide as well, and everything in between. We have, you look at family wellness. We have the free, early literacy, the story times, all the way up through high school events, ways that people can continue to learn and connect throughout their life. And then we also offer a lot of opportunities for adults, from art classes to our partnership with the health department.
Of course.
And the YMCA. They're offering health and wellness classes down in the South County branches, where people can access that for free and see if maybe some stability classes or some yoga classes might be something that they might want to invest in further.
Understood. Even in those South counties, like you said, those more rural areas or something for everyone to kind of take part in their local community library. It's a big part of what we do at the health department, trying to make sure that everyone in Porter County can access it. We have a lot of areas that are rural, a lot of areas that, where people may have a hard time getting to us.
Right.
So it's important to keep them in mind as well.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how your role has changed over time since you've been at the library system?
So
whether it's
much.
been a title change or Willow, I bet you got something to say.
Starting in the Porter County Library, starting in youth services, so that my specialty was early literacy and all of the activities and resources that support early literacy. So how does a child's brain get primed to read, and then how can you support that throughout their schooling? And that was a lot of fun. We had a heck of a lot of fun. Did a lot of events and programs related to youth services. And then from there, I was asked to manage the Valparaiso branch. I had that opportunity. I did that for several years, and then was offered the opportunity to be the community engagement coordinator. So we were creating 2 new teams, a marketing team and a system events team.
Gotcha.
So asked to coordinate that. So that's been really fun.
Yeah.
I've just learned an awful lot along the way. Just seeing opportunities and being, courageous enough to be like, sure.
Keep showing
I'm not sure what that means, but yes, let's do it. Yeah.
Keep showing your toes.
Yes.
Keeps you active.
Yes, and keeps me out in the community. That's the best part of our jobs.
Yeah.
Getting out to the people.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What's changed over the time what's changed with your job over the time that you've been with the library?
So I started in 2018. I was just the branch manager of Hebron. COVID happened, and about fall of 2020 was when I became the branch manager also of Couts. So I kind of took that on, and that's being a part of those 2 communities. It's been really fun. Even though they're both kind of close to each other, they're very different. There's different ways of communicating with each one.
Yeah.
There's just a different mindset for both communities, and it's been interesting getting to learn both of them. So
understood. You have to meet the people where they are, and you have to understand the needs of every community. Not all communities are the same. Even though Porter County is one county, we have a lot of different entities within this county. So I understand that. So for the listeners who may not be so familiar, can you talk a little bit about the mission or the philosophy of the Porter County Public Library Systems?
Yes. I know I brought the mission with me.
Yeah, you did.
Should I read it?
Let the people know.
Let's see.
I think
We're
it's
going to read
important.
it word for word.
You should.
And then we'll have some interpretation maybe too of this.
We've got plenty of time.
So very simply, the official mission of Porter County Library is to enrich the residents of Porter County through discovery, exploration, and the sharing of books and resources. So that's one sentence that pretty much encompasses it all. And we do that best by partnering with our community. our community partnerships really allow us to levy our resources, more fluidly throughout the county and be able to offer that access to everybody, meet everybody where they're at. And from just providing, like I said, those spaces where people can connect and discover, all the way to the more complex partnerships, of which the health and wellness programs in our South County branches are a perfect example, where that is 3 organizations coming together to offer classes at no cost to the patrons for them to be able to explore and see, is a YMCA membership something that would really benefit them and their household, them personally or their household, allows them to get a little taste of what those classes are like before they invest, their hard-earned income,
of course,
and their limited income often, in a membership. So
where can people find information about that? On your website?
On our website, which is pcpls.org. I was ready for that.
That was good.
Yes, yes.
You were ready for that. Let's talk about the different branches, if you have any special centers or divisions within PCPLS. Is there anything that you want to kind of point out, and what unique features do they offer that may be different from one another?
Oh, yes. Each of our 5 physical branches is very unique.
Okay. So we have 5.
We got 5 physical branches, and then we also have a very healthy digital presence on our website, which again is pcpls.org.
That's right.
So not everybody is able to get into a physical branch, but you can still benefit from all of the online resources that we offer.
Understood.
Through membership with your library.
Yeah. Okay.
And the 5 physical locations, going from north to south, we have our Portage branch, which boasts the largest outdoor garden, as well as a very large indoor space, which is 2 floors. So just a lot to offer.
Is this a community garden? I'm unaware of this.
It is. It's an outdoor community space, again, through some great partnerships and some grants. Working with the city of Portage. It's right next to the Portage branch there on Irving Street. And It is a very big and beautiful space. It has an amphitheater. It is really wonderful. And we were able to partner with a couple music groups this summer, Portage Live and All Music Project, and we offered free outdoor concerts throughout the summer.
Wow.
In the Portage Garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unique to that
That's
to that
very
space.
unique. Yes. I had no idea about that. I'm sure there are people listening that didn't know anything about that.
Yes,
either.
and for those of you who maybe encountered the Portage branch, we had a very exciting renovation project, which is not quite, but almost done.
Okay.
So for all of our listeners who maybe were under the impression that the Portage branch was closed this summer, the Portage branch was and remains open.
Okay.
During those final stages, all of the stages of the renovation. So continue to visit your Portage branch because it is open.
Are you able to say when those renovations are going to be done? Is it too soon to tell?
It is kind of hard to tell with some of the bigger projects. It included an entire re-roofing project.
Okay.
So that there's a couple loose ends that need to be tied up, but we are very, very hopeful that will be all done by November.
Will there be some kind of ceremony, maybe a ribbon cutting or something?
Yes, we plan to schedule a ribbon cutting when we're sure of when that renovation will be all completed. Again, we have our eye on November.
Okay.
Remain very hopeful.
And you'll let your friends at the health department and the PoCo Wellness Hour know about that, correct?
Of course.
Okay. So you mentioned Portage, the other 4 branches.
One of our branches. The other 4 branches, we're going to kind of move south.
If you don't mind,
right?
yeah.
We have a branch in our South Haven community. That one also has an extremely whimsical, extremely beautiful outdoor garden space. So the South Haven Library Garden alongside the South Haven branch. And then Valparaiso branch, that's often the one that folks connect most strongly with the Porter County Library, and that's because it's considered kind of our main branch or our central branch. It houses our collection department as well as our administration department. as well as the marketing team and the system and events team. So the Valparaiso branch was had the original garden. That was during COVID that we opened that. That allowed us to do outdoor programming at a time that was really important for our community to be able to, they wanted to meet, but they weren't comfortable meeting indoors yet.
Right.
So that garden, we got grants for that and built that beautiful outdoor space and provided some really unique programming and events opportunities, as well as a community meeting space. So that's our Valparaiso branch.
That's awesome.
And then our Hebron branch down in Hebron. That is one of the few remaining Carnegie libraries. So Andrew Carnegie was a philanthropist in Indiana.
It was one of the last ones built.
Yeah, and it was one of the last Carnegie ones built. So that one is beautiful, structurally beautiful, outdoor and indoor. And just a real good meeting space for the community. They have a really strong programming base, so they have a lot of patrons who visit for the children's events and programs at the Hebron branch.
Okay.
We're going to be putting in our garden soon. We're working on it.
Yes.
So because Hebron's going to get their, we've been working with some partnerships with the town, the HRC. They donated a good amount of money for some features for it. But we're working hard on that one, and we're hoping like next year to get that one on the open. So
that's
yes,
amazing.
that'll be the
last one.
The last one. They save the best for last, right?
Like, we don't have a lot of footprint. Like there's not a lot of space, but we're going to do as much with that space that we have as we can, just to kind of make that.
They've come up with some really creative ways to really utilize the smaller space that they do have on the side of the branch to have some outdoor features and
that's good
be able
stuff.
to do a garden out there.
Don't mean to cut you off. What kind of things are we growing in this garden? I know the community gardens. What are we growing?
Okay, so that makes sense. So coming from the health department point of view, I can see how you're thinking
I'm
like
just
garden.
wondering.
You're like health and wellness. We're growing some healthy vegetables.
You see the natural curiosity. You see my wheels
These are
turning.
learning gardens.
Yes.
So these are
Literacy
gardens,
Yes.
learning gardens. So each one has a story walk. So that's a story that our team actually prints and installs. They have frames.
Although with Hebron, because we have the limited room, our story walk actually went into the community center park.
Yep.
In Hebron. So we partnered with the town of Hebron to kind of put our story walk in one of their parks.
Because it had a much better space
Yes.
than we were able to do next to the branch.
And they've been really enjoying it.
That's
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is.
Then each garden also has some like musical elements because that supports literacy.
Yes.
That is really good stuff.
Music and movement and nature. There's a lot of natural elements in the gardens.
Teaching the next generation.
Yeah.
That's a handy skill.
Yes.
You know, gardening is, it's important and it's relaxing. It's a nice hobby.
It is. And that's what we saw. I think a really great example was during the Popcorn Fest this summer. We were able to activate the Valparaiso Library Garden and open that space. It provided a really peaceful oasis, essentially, in the middle of what can be a very chaotic day. So we had a lot of patrons visit. Nearly 1,000 came through that garden just for a place to sit in just beautiful, amongst beautiful plants and quiet, kind of serene setting, and then they were back out into the activity, the hustle and bustle of the popcorn festival. So
good old popcorn
good
fest.
example.
So you have one more location, I believe.
We do. Couts.
Can't forget Couts.
You talk about a good following for youth programs too. Miss Dawn down there has been just a rock star with youth programming for years and years and years. 28 to
29 years she's been down there.
Yeah. So she has a lot of parents now, families who grew up with her, as their storyteller, as their storytime lady, as their
second,
program
third
person.
generation.
And then they're now bringing their kids back to Miss Dawn for early literacy activities. So that's really beautiful. And then the Couts branch also has a library garden.
We just had our grand opening in June, so that's been really cool. We have a because of Couts and like their connection to the pig farms that they used to do back in
Yes.
the day, they have their pork fest. We also have our pig statue that the children are absolutely loving.
They can climb on it.
But they're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to, but they can. They do.
I went to the Couch Pork Fest my first year here a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was really.
It is
I think we
fun.
marched in the parade, I believe.
Okay,
But
I think you
yeah,
did.
that was a real good time.
Something,
The
yeah,
whole town just
The whole town
barbecued.
comes together, and that's
Yes.
really the beauty
Yes.
of the smaller branches and the smaller communities is you really get to see how much we can do together, right? They might not have the same revenue streams that the larger cities do, but boy, when they come together, they can put on some really amazing events and some really great partnerships that,
Right,
that
yes.
offer good things to their residents. So.
It's all about that community bonding,
Yes,
right?
yes, we
That's
can
what
do a
it's
lot
all
together.
about. Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the services that you guys provide beyond, lending out books.
Yes.
The digital resources, the meeting rooms, the community
yes.
space.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what you guys do with that.
Yeah, so a lot of the stereotype of libraries still is a quiet place that lends out books.
We are not quiet. I like to tell people that I am the loudest librarian that they will ever meet. Because I used to work on cars and stuff, so I'm just used to just being all loud and like not
Boisterous.
Yes, yes. So
And we really embrace the truth that any educator knows, most parents know, that learning is joyful. Learning is often loud. Learning can be messy.
we definitely encourage the kids. Like the parents will be like, "I'm so sorry, my children are loud." I'm like, "No, it's fine. They're having fun. We don't mind that. Be loud. It's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to hear those children like laughing and just having fun."
Yeah, so we really view our library spaces more than just a place to shelve books. It is more importantly a place for our community to come together and learn together, discover, connect together, and share things together. We have
Yes.
beyond books, of course, we have our digital resources. Those are really important. That's everything that you can access with your library card through our website. And we also offer Libby, which is e-books.
Mm-hmm.
So those are
E-audiobooks.
digital books and e-audiobooks. Some of my favorite resources are on Libby.
There's Hoopla that does e-books, e-audiobooks, and has like some music and
Oh, yeah.
movies. There's Canopy that does movies as well. And then there's like we've got Westlaw, I think.
Oh, our legal
Yes, our
resources.
legal resources.
Yep, and our medical
which-
resources.
Yes.
Okay.
Tons and tons of resources.
That is.
So we got the books covered, right? We got the digital
Yes.
resources covered through our website and we consider that our online branch.
We have our
website.
library of things.
Yeah.
Because we're more than just books. We also have like we've got tablets that can be rented out, hotspots. We have the Roku sticks,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah.
have we've got like some of the streaming services
Netflix.
that people can actually rent those out and be able to watch things that they've maybe wanted to watch, but they don't have the money to get those subscriptions because it's so expensive to just have all of them now.
Yes.
We offer them to be able to access those, which I think is really cool.
I don't think a lot of people know that.
No.
Right. And then, so the library of things that goes well beyond books, but they are physical things that you can check out. So Jack mentioned a lot of them.
The gaming systems that they can hook up to their
Yep.
TVs,
Sewing machines.
We've got a gardening
Wow.
kit, a birding backpack that also has the National Park Pass.
Could be. I always forget. There's like the National Park Pass.
Or the State Park.
Or the State Park
It's
Pass.
national.
It has some kind of park pass.
There's a surprise in that.
Yeah.
That is good stuff. I had no
So much
knowledge of
stuff.
this. There is so much more than
And
books.
then,
Yes.
yes,
And
and then the spaces, as
Yes.
you had mentioned. We have meeting room spaces, and we have study room spaces, and then we have a quiet reading room, and some of the branches have quiet reading areas. We have computer spaces. So
And our free
everything.
Wi-Fi that people can access. We also have our computers. We've got our printer, copier. We do have notary services that are free.
True.
We do faxing. We have a scanner that people can scan their stuff to like email themselves. They've been using that a lot more.
Wow.
So, and then we're there to help them because we have a lot of people come in and they're like, I have no idea how to do this. I'm like, we are here to show you. We are here for that. Anything you need.
Ooh, yes. There's that too. Our focus on customer service too. That's been a game changer for us. So again, back to that stereotype where you have kind of the stuffy librarians that are always like,
we are not
mostly
that.
going to talk about your fines. But PCPLS has been fine-free since 2018, 2019. We were one of the leading in the country for that. And that allowed us really to change that conversation and change a lot of those customer interactions. We are there to support the joy of learning and the joy of discovery and the joy of connection. So when you walk into any of your PCPLS branches, your expectation as a resident should be that you're met with a smile and you're met with eye contact and you're met with, how can I help you? Yeah. Not only those actual words, but that attitude. And so we encourage folks, if you ever encounter something different, let somebody know, because this is your library. If you're a resident of Porter County, it's your library. And
just by living here in Porter County, your tax dollars are going towards supporting us. That is, we are here because of them. Living here, like we are supported by them. Yeah, and we are here to support you because of that.
The customer service is what brings them back through the doors, right?
Yes.
That's important.
And what we'll tell them, they'll tell their neighbor, or they'll mention it to
their
a family
experience.
member.
Their friend.
They will pass the word
huge,
on how they experience the library and anywhere else they go. Yeah. That's very important. You guys really kind of touched on something that still kind of blows my mind. So the whole philosophy of, libraries these days have kind of changed, kind of like you said. It's no longer that, shh, this is a quiet place. You guys actually encourage, the learning. You encourage kids to be kids in a way. That still kind of just blows my mind, because I just imagine a library as that quiet, really, like I say, quiet place. Everyone's studying and not a bunch of kids running around. But
story time.
Well, that
or
leads
like
me
the before or after story times. It's just
or a winter fest.
Yes.
We have a winter fest
or fall fest.
That leads me to my next question. Let's talk about some of the ongoing programs and upcoming programs that you guys like to talk about. You mentioned that the reading program, story time. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we offer story times at all of the branches. Those are for connection for our families and their little ones, that connect them to the activities and the materials that will help them make readers of their little people in their families.
That early literacy, like making sure to help them learn, and like the rhythms, the music, those being able to sit down and listen to a story, or getting up and moving, like that is really important to that early learning stuff.
Through music, and music, and books,
yes.
And then we have, for all ages, we have after-school activities, and we have teen activities, and we have activities for grown-ups, adults and seniors.
Something for everybody.
A little something for everybody. You can find the events on our website, which again, pcpls.org. Our events calendar is right there on the homepage, and you can filter. You can set a lot of filters that will allow you to filter by type. So maybe you just want to see story times, and you want to see story times at all 5 branches. Alternatively, maybe you want to filter and just see what's at the Couts Library. You want to see all ages for all events, but only at the Couts Library. So you're able to control those filters as a user and see what you want to see on the events calendar.
That's good stuff. Are we on social media also? Not just the
are.
website?
We are.
What platforms?
On Facebook and on Instagram.
All right. Yeah. Good stuff right there. You talked a little bit about these awesome programs. You have something for everyone, the kids, the teens, and the adults. What are some programs that you'd want to kind of bring to light? What are some programs, or one or two, that you think is maybe unappreciated or underappreciated, or maybe just not really known about?
For adults?
Anyone. Any
For
program
anyone?
that doesn't get the recognition that you think it deserves. You just mentioned a whole lot, but yeah.
All of our branches have book clubs for adults.
No
Recently,
knowledge.
we've started some book clubs for the kids as well. South County, in Couts, we have a book club not only for emerging readers, but like the starting, like learning to read, but we have it for like the tweens and the teens, and then every branch has one for the adults. Like I think at this point, like absolutely every branch, Valpo has their morning and afternoon ones. And then we've started up like a kind of a beginning reader one in Hebron, and I think some of the other branches are going to be starting that as well. Yeah, which is really cool. So
that's awesome.
And then our art classes, our arts and crafts classes are really great. Every branch, I'm sure, like we all have like the adult painting classes, like the craft classes for the teens. In Hebron, our Miss Kayla has her art classes for the kids, but it's not just painting or stuff. They're also learning about a specific artist or a specific art style, which is really cool.
Gotcha. That's good stuff right there. That is really cool. How do you decide with all these programs and services that you have? How do you decide what new services or new programs need to be added? Do you get like a public opinion? Do you have like
we do.
Yeah,
that's a great question. So we take suggestions and feedback at and after the events. We have an evaluation form that we always ask our patrons that have attended the event to fill out. We also get a lot of suggestions through our chat. So on our website, you can chat with a librarian on a virtual chat. We get a lot of suggestions that way, as well as just through email. Our marketing team and our events team both have email addresses, and we get suggestions that way. So we do try to do a good job of listening, not only to those patron suggestions or one-on-one suggestions, but also to our community stakeholders, so our educator partners, our health and wellness partners.
Of course. Well, that's really good. I mean, like you said, you take suggestions from the public, so they're active in this process of getting these services and these programs to come to their community.
And we have some, we definitely have what we consider our core programs. And those are the ones that really revolve around literacy of some type, as well as arts and crafts, because the arts and crafts create those spaces that allow folks that environment where they can discover and explore and create. So things, our core events loop back to our mission statement of creating those spaces and those opportunities for our patrons to connect and discover and explore things.
A lot of opportunities right there. Like you say, something for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's take a little bit more with the programs and initiatives. So are there any new or upcoming programs or initiatives that are kind of specific to the fall and winter coming up that you'd like to point out? Anything for, Thanksgiving or anything? Holiday seasons?
Yeah, I was kind of browsing our events calendar.
Yeah, of course. So much stuff going on, you got to keep track of.
Yes, there is.
There's no problem.
There is. So the ones that were catching my eye are the fitness classes in South County. And I would encourage folks to go to the website. Rather than me list very specific things that y'all that are listening are going to feel pressured to grab a pen and write down details. Everything really is captured on our website through that events calendar. And you can see absolutely everything there.
And you can also come into the library and we can kind of show you how to, if there's a lot of patrons who have a little bit harder time navigating, but they can come into the library or call the library, and we can that's part of that customer service. We can help walk them through looking at our website, or we can tell them some of the programs that are coming up that they might be interested in.
Help them explore that. Yeah. And learn how to use it best for them. Yeah.
What would you two say to someone who wants to follow in a similar career path as you? What skills do you think make you successful at your job, and what skills do you think are required in order for someone who wanted to come on and be a good teammate, so to speak?
100% customer service.
Like I would say, yeah, people skills and innovation. So the willingness and the courage to think outside the box, and perseverance, an awful lot of perseverance. Those are the things that stand out.
Understood.
Like, you can still get Master's in Library Science. It's a grad school program. There's a lot of schools that do just like the online stuff that people are. I went to like actual physical down in Bloomington, but a lot of people are getting their degrees like online because it's much easier now to do that, and you can still work and have the time to do it. They make it so much easier now.
Can you talk a little bit about what is this? The Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, the Imagination Library.
Yes. What is this about?
Yes.
I remember being out at the Porter County Fair. We're always our booth is always right across from yours, and you had the Dolly Parton display out there. Yeah. Is that part of this program? Yes. Is that? Can we talk a little bit about that? What's up with Dolly?
That's a really great example of fantastic community partnerships and collaboration. So the Westchester Public Library, right? The Porter County Public Library, the Porter County Community Foundation. Those are the three main groups. But we also have a lot of local service clubs that donate to it, as well as individuals in the community that donate to it. They've been able to, with the state, be able to fund the Imagination Library in Porter County. So that allows any family who has children that are 5 and under, I think on their 5th birthday it ends, but 0 to 5. They can register each child to receive a free book every month.
Okay.
And you can get that information, again, through our website.
Or if you come into the branches, we have our little station set up where you can register yourself.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah, we have tablets at every physical branch, and we're happy to help with that as well.
Do we have those displays of Dolly up at our branches?
Yes, we do.
We do. So we have a life-size display stand that's Dolly Parton, as well as a tablet next to that. Where they
that's life-size, huh? She's really a little woman, huh? She's that little.
Tiny,
she's a tiny person.
But she's amazing. Like, she's very passionate about library.
Literacy and early literacy are really important to her as well as her foundation, and so they've really support that in real life.
That is really cool that we're a part of an initiative like this. This is really cool. Like I said, I had limited knowledge about it. Like I said, I see the displays out every time we're at the Porter County Fair and whatnot, and everyone loves lining up and taking a picture next to Dolly, But this is a really good program. This is something really cool that Porter County is a part of.
And it's free to Porter County residents, and it really helps families kickstart that habit of reading with your child, that
is
starts
very important.
Yes. At the age of 0, it's super important. They say reading with your child just for 20 minutes a day can really make a huge difference in their success path through childhood and into adulthood. So
I might be showing my age. I don't know if they say this anymore, but you have to read to succeed.
Oh,
you guys remember that?
Yeah, it rhymes, which is cool.
Yeah, we like rhyming around here. We like keeping it simple. Are there any other organizations, nonprofits, schools or agencies that you partner with that you'd like to give a little bit of a shout out to?
We partner with all
you
7
guys are
school districts.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of local daycares and preschools.
Yes.
The Porter County Community Foundation, Porter County Health Department.
Yes.
Opportunity Enterprises, the Art Barn, the YMCA, First Things First Porter County. Those are the ones that are on the top of my head. I am sure that I'm forgetting some. But we do a lot through our partnerships. It allows us to offer those events and programs, and it allows our partners to really highlight what they do and help get the word out.
Absolutely.
about all of the great things that they offer.
You guys partner with so many entities in the community. You guys have so much going on. It's a lot to keep track of. That's why we got to go to that website and keep tabs on them on our social media, everybody. Yep. They have a lot going on. There's a lot of things for you to participate in coming up here in these fall and these winter months ahead of us. I want to move to, we're on the PoCo Wellness Hour right here on WVLP 103.1 FM. We're nearing the end of our program. I want to end on a little bit of a lighthearted note. I've asked you guys some serious questions. You guys have a lot of cool things going on, but I wanted to kind of gauge you guys a little bit, have a little fun as we close out the program, just to see how cool you guys are. Okay. Can we play a little bit? Is that cool?
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now, if the Porter County Library System had a mascot, like a symbol or an animal or a character of some sort, what would it be and why? I want to start with you, Willow. We'll give you a second to think, Jay. I want to think Willow. I think she's got something brewing over here.
I would go with like a butterfly, a caterpillar to a butterfly. So something that starts out, in one form, right? But that through time and evolution changes into something just amazing and beautiful and kind of lifts everything up.
That was deep.
Yeah.
That was deep.
It also connects a lot to the Imagination Library because Dahlia Barton's a huge butterfly fan. So.
Oh, there you go. You know what you're doing. What about you, Jay? What would you say?
I
was also gonna go with squirrel, honestly.
I like the best.
But
like you got the best thing right there. Like
that's pretty good.
I don't even know. Because we have at the Couts Garden we have the butterfly stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what
pollinators.
The pollinators.
Yeah.
So what about a honeybee? Could that be a thing?
I don't know.
Bee sting. Bee sting.
Only to protect their hive.
They do.
It's the hornets and the wasps. They'll sting you just to sting you.
Just to have fun. Yeah. I like the theme of the butterfly. But yeah, what you got anything else, Jack? What do you think?
The first thing that comes to my mind is as a mascot, like Dawn Ailes in South County. She's like the spokesperson in her community with Couts. Like everybody loves her and knows her, but just like a library card, maybe dancing. And
yeah. I like it.
Because everybody should get a library card. That is so important because that opens up everything to them.
Yes.
Can we tell the people who may not be familiar with how to get a library
That's
card?
That's a really good idea, Demetrius.
That?
That's an excellent idea.
How do we do that?
You just come into your local library, visit us. Usually you need to show an ID of some kind that has a picture of you, and your current address. Yep.
Okay.
Hey, we said it in unison.
We're also doing a lot to help patrons who can't get into the branches by offering the ability for them to basically designate a proxy. Where they can have somebody have their driver's license or state ID and come into the branch to make a card for them. So we're trying to take away those blocks for some of the people who can't physically get in the library.
Understood.
So even if you can't make it into a branch, which is the traditional way to come in and apply and get your library card, what I'm hearing you say is, give us a call. Send us a chat. Yeah. We'll work something out. We'll work something out.
We can help walk them through getting a card any way that we can.
How long does this process usually take? Is this a same day process?
Like 5 days? Yeah, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
easy.
Time at all.
Yeah, we just enter in name, address, any of their preferences of how we communicate with them, and then we hand them their card, and they've got it, and they are good to go. There's no waiting.
Huh.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, you had to kind of go through that, and then they would send it to you in the mail a few weeks later. You can just get it right.
I've been familiar with some library systems that do it that way, that mail it to us. We do it right there and then.
Right there and then. Easy access. Awesome. That's good stuff right there. If you could invite from the past or present your favorite author to come back and do a story time with the kids or adults or whatever program, what author would you invite to the Porter County Public Library systems? That's a stumper, isn't it?
Just like you have to
I
think
would
about
say, wait, you said past or present?
Past or present. Whoever your favorite author
I would do
is.
Mo Willems, the Elephant and Piggy and the Pigeon.
Everyone would love that.
Yes.
Okay.
And plus, he's just a fantastic artist as well. So he could do like a combo: story time, music,
Wow.
and drawing.
Get
Yeah.
the best bang for your buck.
Yes.
You agree, Jack, or who you have?
I think this kid's stories, like that's definitely what brings people in. Who?
What about Dolly Parton? We could have Dolly.
Yeah, we could have Dolly
We could have
Parton.
anybody
Oh,
because she's an
Dolly.
author,
I said
right? And
anybody. Yeah.
She's written books. Like have
Dolly
her
Parton's
come
story time.
in. She would bring all the people in.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
She could do a concert in the amphitheater.
Yeah.
We'd have to rent out a
Portage.
venue. You see, now we're
No, we
now
wouldn't.
we're
We just do
talking.
it in the garden. The amphitheater.
Everyone's
in the
gonna
garden.
want to see Dolly. I don't think she could fit at the
Oh, I
amphitheater.
see.
Nah, that's too big.
We're in the United Center.
To Chicago. Okay, if you could magically create one service like overnight, if you had unlimited funds, if you had ultimate power,
I know what it is. For me,
what would it be, Willow?
DoorDash.
DoorDash for the library?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Hey.
Did we just come up with something? Oh, here on the PoCo Wellness Hour, did we just come up with something?
That's what I would do.
Wow.
I know.
Is this you've been thinking about this? You jumped right on it.
Yeah.
Wow. Door straight to door book delivery or anything tablet, anything that you.
Maybe you need your bird watching kit and you need it like right now. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That you just blew my mind.
Right. Logistically, I have zero idea how that would work.
Well, of course, in this scenario, we have unlimited funds and unlimited power, so of course
and
it
a
would
magic
work.
wand. Yeah.
And a
Yep. And as many volunteers as
Of
we
course,
could.
gotta have
Yes.
drivers, gotta have people out there.
Yep.
What about you, Jack?
Oh, jeez.
It's hard to be what Willow said.
She's just she's crushing it. She like comes up with these great things, and I'm like, well, man, anything that I come up with is just not gonna be as good, yo. Yeah. No, just well, something that I've always really I've learned about and I've really wanted to do at one of the branches sometime somewhere. There was this kind of movement to bring the outdoors inside.
Ooh, I like that.
So like connecting to like having like the trees and like plants on the inside or
In
like
the library.
big windows
I like
to
that.
kind of open
Like
up this
at the botanical garden kind of thing?
just
Okay.
well, just to
Could we have
connect the outside to the inside, just like having even if it's just the like trees on like painted on the walls and like bigger windows, more
Gotcha.
outside spaces for sitting.
That we could have like catteries, aviaries.
Yeah.
We could have butterfly
Huh.
rooms.
Right,
We
yeah.
could do goat yoga. Health and
Oh,
wellness.
Go.
yoga.
I've
Yeah,
recently
or
become
cat yoga.
familiar.
I'm gonna run with this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unlimited funds, magic wand, go.
Goat yoga.
But yeah, like renovating to be able to have like more that feeling of outside, inside. Yes.
I like that.
I like that. That's some good stuff right there,
good.
guys. We're nearing the end of our program. Just got a couple of more questions for you. What is your favorite genre of book? What kind
Mine
of
is like
stories
the
do we
most
like?
boring, predictable. It's just adult fiction.
Adult
I still
fiction?
just like a really good, well-written novel. I know.
Okay. That's okay. I'm more of a
Hey.
nonfiction kind of guy. I like biographies and stuff
Okay,
like that. But
yeah.
that's just me, you know. What about you, Jack?
I am
What do
really
you like?
into sci-fi.
Okay.
Like the author that I'm really kind of like all about, like obsessed right now is Martha Wells. She writes the Murderbot Diaries.
Oh, nice.
That got turned into a TV series more
Oh.
recently. Yeah. She's just an amazing author, like absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
But sci-fi,
Sci-fi.
definitely my go-to.
I think we have it covered pretty much here
Yeah.
with the genres. We got a nonfiction,
Just a general
sci-fi,
fiction.
and like fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that imaginary stuff. Give me the real stuff that happened. My last question to you two. When people think of the Porter County Library, what is the one word that you would want them to to think of when associating with a public library?
Discovery.
Discovery. It's good. What about you, Jay?
Home.
Home.
Home. Because the library
That's a
can
good
feel
one.
like a home for a lot of
Yes,
people.
and should.
Because it's a safe space, and it's welcoming.
Yeah.
So it feels like home.
That's
I like
good.
that.
That's good.
I like that. Jack Lipsky, Willow Cataldo, thank you so much for your time here on the PoCo Wellness Hour. Is there anything else that you want to plug? Or do you want to say the website one more time, your social media? Is there anything that you think that I left out that you think people should know before we close out the
Definitely
program?
about the fitness classes. Those are in both Couts and Hebron. Those are very, they are amazing that we were able to partner with.
Yeah, I would say that, and keep your eye out for Winterfest. I was scrolling on my phone here,
Winterfest,
trying to find the date. I couldn't find the exact date for our Winterfest, but that is coming up in December at our Portage branch. And volunteering. A lot of folks ask. It's a frequently asked question about libraries. And yes, we utilize volunteers. And yes, we can always use more. And again, you're going to go to our website and you're going to find information and be able to apply as for
The Friends of the Library also are looking for volunteers. Friends of the Library, definitely important partnership that we have. They've been amazing. They donate all the time for all of our our summer reading, our winter reading.
Yeah, so the Friends of the Library is a nonprofit organization that runs alongside, and they run book sales. And all the money that they raise goes back into the library to support programming and events and other fun stuff that we do.
So much fun stuff.
Yeah, so much fun stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us. This has been a great opportunity and a lot of fun.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen listening, we hope that you learned something from today's program. Please remember, a healthy community starts with each and every one of us. So for more information on the events and programs and initiatives that we discussed today, you can visit our website. You can go to the Porter County government website, which is portercountyin.gov. And I believe the libraries are on that site too as well, right? On the county site?
No,
Perhaps?
funny you would ask. No, but our website is separate from Porter County government.
Okay.
So our website is pcpls.org.
Yes, thank you so much. And if you're interested in finding us, you can go straight to our health department website, which is in.gov/localhealth/Porter County, or you can find us on social media on x.com/county_Porter. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Porter County Health DEPT, and you can find us on Instagram at Porter_County HD. This is Demetrius Lewis, Communications Manager for the Porter County Health Department, signing off. Thanks for listening to the PoCo Wellness Hour right here on WVLP 103.1 FM. Enjoy your week. Have a safe one. Peace.